Hi everyone, thanks for checking out another InfoSec Hub video. A couple of videos ago I told you to check for vulnerability in your own hardware. This just to stay ahead of hackers and also to get some knowledge about what are some of the vulnerabilities inside hardware. Today is 9 March 2021 and it was just released a couple of days ago that Outlook has a major it has major vulnerabilities, even 0-day vulnerabilities in it. 0-day really means that it's not been patched yet, but of course Microsoft is working very hard on it as we speak. But we're gonna talk about exploits and we're gonna talk about vulnerabilities, and with that in mind I want to show you two websites. The first one is cve.mitre.org. If you just Google CVE, then you will find this website as well. This is just, as it says, is to identify, define and catalog publicly disclosed cybersecurity vulnerabilities. This is very important because this means all the vulnerabilities that are known to the public. 0-day vulnerabilities are usually found by hackers, and on the black market you can sell them to other people that are interested in it. 0-day really means like, okay, you found a vulnerability that's not known to the public yet, and it's not even known to the software manufacturer like Microsoft or Apple or those big companies. They don't even know that their product has a vulnerability. So these vulnerabilities on the black market are worth a whole lot. This is a database, online database, the same as exploit database, exploitdb.com. Let's go in here, search CVE list. I think CVE stands for common vulnerability. Just a second. Common vulnerabilities and exposures, that's what it stands for. So to stay on the topic of Outlook, I already did a little bit of research. So you submit here Outlook and you see here a unique ticket number of the vulnerability. Let's see, 2020, so this is all from last year. Not sure if I will go also in here. Exploit database also has Microsoft denial of service, posted 3 days ago. This is also I also searched here for Outlook. You see the platform. This is on an Android device, so a mobile device, and this is all Windows type of attack, denial of service. This is remote Google security research. Oh yeah, another thing I want to show you, this website is also very neat because exploit database aims to get it all together when it comes to these vulnerabilities, but you have different kind of databases here connected to it. You have exploit database, you have here this Google hacking database, you have white papers on it, shell codes, so SSH is for secure shell, so you also have codes to go to, for instance, Linux servers. Most of the servers online, web servers, FTP servers, SSH servers, whatever you want, they use shell codes. So also here is a repository or a database, I should say, when it comes to shell codes. You can search the database, search exploit manuals and online training, which I will check out very soon as well. Here, pen testing, I think. Here, penetration testing with Kali Linux. Kali Linux I already did a video on, and in the future I'll do more videos on this, but I digress. Let's go into here the Outlook. Let's say, for instance, here it's a verified. Is this verified yet? So is this exploit verified yet by hopefully a vendor or by other people? Let's go in there. It's been reported by Ismail somebody. Let's go in here. So unique ID, this is the author. It's a denial of service attack on the Windows platform. Here you can download the exploit, so you can run it against servers with this Outlook program running, and here you can first check the code, what the code is doing. This should be one-on-one when you download it, but here you can already have an overview what it's doing. This is a small code, so let's get a password recovery denial of service. This is not verified, but here you see the code. I should have a bigger one. I found one earlier. This is see, there's still people post. Oh, this is 2010. Excuse my French. So in 2010 somebody found a vulnerability in Exchange Server 2003. I hope nobody uses this no more, of course, because this will not be patched no more, and hopefully also not used no more. Hopefully this one is a little bit bigger. Oh, also not. So these are code snippets. Here you can download the exploit and use it against the Outlook Web Access web app, basically the web app, so the browser access for Exchange, which is the Outlook program of Microsoft. Let's go to the other website. Here, this is also last year. Issue was discovered. So this is all unique ID of the vulnerability, a small description of what it's about, references on wiki. So we have here also, this must correlate here to this number, yes. So this will be patched, is it? Security fixes. Let's do something else. Not Outlook no more. Let's think Netgear routers. Netgear. Let's just find us a nice Netgear router or switch. Which one looks fancy? Pro gaming. No, let's say for instance this router. Let's see if we can find information on that. Just checking out the website. Search the list. And this is a Netgear. Let's see. Bam. Okay, let's see, maybe we get more than we asked for, because I see another one. Let's see, for instance, copy. Let's see what kind of router this is. Nighthawk router, this one. Netgear. So you can do some reconnaissance on this piece of hardware, and you can search it against this database. So what was found? There was even a vulnerability found this year. This vulnerability allowed network adjacent attackers to compromise the integrity of downloaded information on affected installations. Netgear firmware version. Okay, well, this is if when you run Netgear's own firmware, for instance. I digress again, but hopefully you're still interested in it. If you download this program, this is open source, right? And this OpenWRT you can install on multiple devices. Yeah, let's just go into it real quick. Okay, great. Anyway, here you see the Netgear again. So if you switch from the standard that Netgear, where it comes in the box with, the Netgear software, you can also flash it and put another firmware on it. And I would always go for OpenWRT. Google it, it's a nice interface, lots of great features, and you can really, you know, the functionality and the power that your Netgear equipment comes with, standard is not as powerful as with this software. But I digress again. I'll go out of here, and so we found a vulnerability that was posted on 16 February, I see. And here's more information on it. but network adjacent attackers, I think that already means you need to have access to the network itself. But you can see how powerful it is. In the previous video, I said you're working remotely now, you're working from your home. It's very important that you check if the routers that you use, and yeah, most likely the router that you use for your network, that one needs to be secure. Second of all, the operating system that you use need to be secure. A very secure one is Ubuntu, which I'm running at the moment. It's free, and it comes with, this is the long-term support version. It comes with 5 years of security updates. Make sure your system is up to date. And if you want even more secure version of Linux, go for Fedora, because this is also very nice indeed. You know, you can install it on a USB drive, you can burn it to a CD and just load it up to an old computer. The computer you're looking at is from 2012 hardware wise, and it's still running great. Just put an SSD in it and load Ubuntu to it, and you're gonna have yourself a great computer. All the software that I use here is open source, which makes it free. And second of all, security wise, it's also very convenient that it's open source, because everybody can look at the source code. So no funny stuff can be inserted into the code before it's really released to the public. That's very powerful. So, you know, I'm all for open source actually. Windows is great, definitely, for a lot of things like video editing and especially gaming. I think Windows is better. But when it comes to security, and you have an old computer there that you can use just for you know, desktop, an office desktop, go for Linux. My bad that I digress so much, but I can talk for hours about this. Just to come back to summarize it, these websites are very good if you are actively looking for vulnerabilities in your own network devices. Exploit DB. Very useful, very useful. Now we're looking for Outlook. Let's see if we put the filter away, what he can come up with. So different platforms. PHP is web apps, web application software, Java, you name it, on all the different platforms. You can search. Again, just look at the devices that you use, and the most important are all the network devices. So your routers, your switches, they need to be updated, they need to be patched. And if you're not happy with the firmware that comes out of the box when you buy it, because it has many vulnerabilities, go for OpenWRT. It can be loaded onto routers, it can be loaded on to switches even, I think. It has a whole list on the website what it supports. Flash it and just put different software on it. Open source software that there's a big community behind it that is all interested in in security. Especially in this day and age where almost everybody is forced to work at home, it's very important to check that out. And to help you with that, to find the latest exploits, you can use either this website, the exploit database, or this CVE website. This is basically what I wanted to tell you. I think it's very important to check if there's vulnerabilities inside your network gear. And I hope that it was interesting and useful, and we hope to see you in the next video.